Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are in our downtown studios, and we're going to go kind of cross-state, actually, run up to Grand Rapids. We're going to spend a little bit of time with Sandi Frost Steensma, and she is the president and chief executive officer of Kennari Consulting, headquartered in Grand Rapids. And Sandi, thanks so much for joining us. It's great to have you on the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Chris, and thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate talking to you.
Well, listen, we're glad to spread this good news because you are operating in an area that people never give enough attention to, realizing it's part of our economic cycle, and that is the nonprofits of the world. And it's important that they, not only the mission they do, but that they stay healthy because they employ people, they purchase things, they're part of our economic cycle, as I said. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about Kennari. Tell me what you're doing there.
Sure. We've started the company in 2007. So amazingly, we're in our 15th year. We have 13 people. And so we are one of the largest full service fundraising firms in Michigan. We operate in really three different categories. We do campaigns, grant writing, and also annual fundraising. And we also work in a little tiny area that people don't really think about, which is donor software. We have really one of the best donor software consultants in Michigan. She's just fabulous. But that, keeping the data straight is really one of the things that's important when it comes to fundraising.
Now, when you say campaigns, are you talking politically?
No, we don't do any political work at all. Every single one of our clients is a nonprofit, and we work in arts and culture, education, healthcare, what we call greenways. So that's like parks and trails. And so those are, the main areas that we work in.
So Sandi, you guys have had tremendous growth in those 15 years.
Yes, we have.
Somewhere the genesis was you and a desk and maybe a part-time secretary.
Yeah, me and a flip phone for probably 4 years before I made my first hire. And then starting really after the 2008 economic downturn, we actually grew quite a bit during that time because we were really focused on annual fundraising and helping organizations make their operating budget. And so after that, we just kind of exploded when the economy exploded.
Well, and I want to congratulate you. I should have done this earlier. You were one of the 50 companies to watch in 2019, maybe?
In 2019, yeah, we were very honored by that.
Well,
that's a tremendous honor.
Yeah. It's a tremendous honor, but you obviously deserved it. So let's talk a little bit about grant writing, because that's one of the things I think that nonprofits are the least adept at.
Well, and it takes a lot of time when you don't know how to do it. And so we started our grant writing department in 2015, sort of with the idea that our clients really needed help with that. And somebody that's knowledgeable about grants can write grant writing in, probably half the time, if not maybe a quarter of the time. And they've been very successful. They can do local grants, statewide grants, federal grants. So during this period of time, especially with COVID, they've been pretty helpful because they've been able to sort of navigate the CARES Act and the American Rescue Plan and sort of figure out where there's opportunities on the federal level.
Let's run back to campaigns. Tell me about that.
Sure.
When you go into someone, because we've done this at the Lansing Promise, and set up a campaign.
Yeah, we worked with the Grand Rapids Promise, so we certainly understand how that all works. So typically a campaign is for a defined amount of money for a defined period of time. So it's for a special project or a program or a building or a wing of a building, expansion, those kinds of things, where there really needs to be a growth in an asset, either an endowment or capital, in order for the organization to grow and really have greater impact. And so we usually work with our clients to determine what the need is, to determine the project, and then work to find the volunteers that'll help raise the money. And then we guide them through that process.
All right, tell me a little bit about the Fund Kit.
So Fund Kit came out of a desire to expand what we've learned, because what we do in annual fundraising is really fairly unique, and it's not an area consultants really spend a lot of time on. And so we were trying to find a way to reach a broader audience. How do we reach that organization in somewhere in Colorado or in somewhere else in the country? And so this is a series of videos that are sort of how-to videos in major gifts, events, and lots of different topics. And we're always growing our Fund Kit. But that is accessible to nonprofits really wherever they are.
Yeah, it certainly is. And so many people have a great cause and they want to raise money and just don't have the foggiest notion of how that happens. And it's essential
Yeah,
that they do.
yes, that's true.
Let's
Yeah.
go into some dollars, because I did a little research on you folks, and the amount of money that you have raised is pretty staggering.
Yeah, in campaigns alone, we've raised 450 million over the 14 years, and we've got about another 350 million in goals under current contract. And so it's been a journey, let me tell you. It really has been wonderful.
So I guess the question is, are you looking for work? Because it seems like you might be close to capacity.
That's a great question. We really aren't. What we do is we grow our capacity as people come to us. So we've grown kind of organically over the last 10 years. And we're able to find folks, that can help us with our clients.
Well, I'll tell you what, you do a fabulous job, and there is coffee in the future for us, I hope.
I'm looking forward to it. It'd be great to see you again.
Sandi Frost Steensma, President and Chief Executive Officer of Kennari Consulting in Grand Rapids. Thanks for spending time with us. We appreciate it. You all are watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be right back with more.